Here in the US, there has been a trend where multiple dealerships have reported huge turnarounds for small SUVs. Of course, this is not a telltale sign that the love of Americans for big muscular vehicles is about to disappear. It's just that right now, these little but fancy utility vehicles are already an established segment. So, if you are on a hunt for these SUVs, you are in luck. Hello everyone, this is Ted from CarlandTV. Get in the front seat, as today, I will name some of the best options for a subcompact SUV you can buy this 2024, based on its reliability, fuel economy, drive quality, and overall value. Before I start, I would really appreciate it if you would push those buttons below, the subscribe button, the notification bell, all of them. I do not require you to do so, but you would make me smile and push me to give you more valuable car-related content on your screen. Now buckle up, and let's get back to the video. 2024 Mazda CX-30. The 2024 Mazda CX-30 should be a good choice for those who want an athletic subcompact SUV. Based on my runs with this car, the CX-30 offers agile and responsive handling, qualities you can't actually find easily in this segment. Because of this, the driving demeanor of this Mazda car can be aptly described as sporty. I simply love the precision of its steering, and when it turns, the thing doesn't roll too much. Even its suspension is surprisingly good, and it's more than sufficient to take on bumps and holes without losing its overall stability. But it's not just the driving verve that makes the latest CX-30 a must-buy subcompact. You see, the cabin of this car feels upscale. Well, it's not exactly premium, but the furnishings and appointments themselves are just impressive. The fuel economy is good, and its safety and driver assistance features aren't lacking. In fact, NHTSA pinned a 5-star safety rating on the 2024 CX-30, and that screams that this SUV is safe and reliable to drive. By the way, the 2024 CX-30 has a standard 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine that produces 191 horsepower. This is a lot as compared to the Chevy Trax and Kia Soul. But if that's not enough, then feel free to put the optional 250 horsepower turbo engine under its hood. The CX-30 also features a 6-speed automatic transmission that selects the appropriate gear to match the existing driving condition. Because the CX-30 has balanced performance and practicality, it's not surprising that it's currently at a much more expensive price. The base model for this SUV starts at $26,000, and the Turbo Premium Plus, which is an inch closer to a semi-luxury small SUV, is near the $40,000 price range. But hey, this one is a solid buy. 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. If the Mazda CX-30 is the choice for those who want a sporty small SUV, the Crosstrek should be the ideal pick for anyone who wants a subcompact that can do a little off-roading. Technically, it's not a rock crawler, but it has the capacity to take on mud or snow when it's needed. Its high ground clearance is a clue that it can do what it claims it can accomplish. The 2024 Crosstrek in particular has rugged and fuel-efficient qualities, but in a package that you can certainly afford. Its base model has the same starting price as the Mazda CX-30, which is about $26,000, while its most capable wilderness model is a bit steep at $33,000. Still, you will love all the appointments and features that are found on the highest trim of the Crosstrek. The latest Crosstrek kept the engine options of its 2023 model. This basically means that it still has the 152 horsepower 2-liter flat-4 engine as the standard unit, and the 182 horsepower 2.5-liter flat-4 as the optional engine if you need more kick. In true Subaru fashion, the Crosstrek is among the few small SUVs right now that features a standard all-wheel drive across all trims. There is no need to pay extra for that all-wheel performance. However, I am kinda sad that the current Crosstrek no longer has its beloved manual transmission. Who am I kidding? I am indeed disappointed it was entirely removed from the catalog. While its CVT transmission is acceptable, the Crosstrek engages better with a manual as an option. 2025 Buick Envista. Don't look for the Encore anymore, as Buick has already replaced it with the Envista. Essentially, the Envista serves as Buick's slick entry-level small SUV, and as far as I know, it's meant to compete with the best sellers of the subcompact segment, such as the Mazda CX-30, which I introduced a while ago, and the Trax, which I'll also mention in a while. Buick is known for its pricey production cars, so when the Envista was launched, many thought it was an expensive car. Its design and appearance will make you believe that it's only for those with deep pockets. But the thing is, this one is cheaper than the CX-30 and Crosstrek. The 2025 Buick Envista's preferred model starts at $23,000, but I suggest getting its Avenir trim, which is less than $30,000. With the Avenir model, the Envista is already in its complete form. It has flashy nickel-plated wheels, a fancy grille, and other appointments and styling cues that enhance its upscale appeal. The only thing about the Envista that annoys me is that it doesn't offer all-wheel drive as an option. Even the highest Avenir trim only runs on front-wheel drive and a 6-speed automatic transmission. I can accept its 137 horsepower 1.2-liter 3-cylinder engine, but the absence of an all-wheel drive somewhat leaves a bitter taste. However, in terms of overall refinement, ride quality, and reliability, the Buick Envista is still a solid choice for a small SUV in the urban jungle. 2025 Chevrolet Trax. The 2025 Chevy Trax is already out, and take it from me, this one is absolutely fascinating. Well, I have to commend the Trax lineup in general. It has come a long way. From being a boring car, the latest generation of Trax offers plenty of standard features and a lot of usable space for its size, not to mention that it also arrives with an attractive sticker price. The 2025 Trax, for instance, has a low starting price. The base LS trim only costs $21,000, while the active trim is just $4,000 away. So if you aren't short on cash, you can actually make the leap. The 2025 Trax also ensures a fuel economy that won't scare the frugal drivers. EPA estimates suggest that it can cover 28 miles per gallon in the city and 32 miles per gallon on the highway. Its interior also appeals to buyers. It's easy to use, nicely appointed, and has comfortable seats for its drivers and passengers. But for its price, don't expect that its cocoon is upscale. It's just enough for anyone to call it cheap and shabby. Also, the Trax has a stale engine. There's only one powertrain available, and that's a 1.2-liter turbo inline-3 engine that makes a modest 137 horsepower, which is paired to a front-wheel drive and 6-speed auto. Hence, don't expect that this one can burn the freeways, but it's reliable enough to get you from point A to point B with zero concerns. 2025 Kia Soul. The 2025 model year of the Kia Soul is also out, similar to the Chevy Trax. And yes, I had to place this one higher than the Trax because why not? I'm always impressed by the fact that it adapted unorthodox styling by making it boxy and roomy. This enabled the car to offer more space in its interior, despite having an objectively small footprint. The 2025 model also includes a number of standard features that are just above its sticker price. The latest version of the Kia Soul is just $21,000 for its base S form, making it a good alternative to the Trax. By the way, it is available in multiple trims, with the Soulmate edition being the most expensive at $27,000. But even if you restrict yourself to its mid-trims like the GT line, you will get the most out of your hard-earned cash. Speaking of, its GT line has a stacked lineup of standard driver assistance features, such as blind spot monitoring, automated emergency braking, rear cross traffic alert, and lane keep assist, and you can get all of these for just a price of $25,000. There's only one engine offered for the 2025 Kia Soul, but it's more powerful than the Trax. This one is a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that makes 147 horses, which is then married to a front-wheel drive and a continuously variable automatic transmission. I have to admit that it doesn't have sharp or crisp handling, but that's all right since that's not what the SUV is designed for in the first place. Instead, its ethos is to give a comfortable ride to its passengers, and for that particular objective, the Soul has succeeded. And that completes this list. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share buttons. I know it's a chore, but it helps the channel a lot. Until next time, drive safely.